guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Cattails. In the last episode, we had the most amazing gem haul ever when we went back into the mines to do a little bit more work for Molo the Mole. I decided to place all of our extra gems right by the base of our cat tree. That way it would be the very first thing that Scout would see as soon as he woke up in the morning. I feel like he is going to be super impressed. Oh, and look at that, he gave us a harvest mouse too. But I bet he loves that we're spending so much time trying to find little gifts, little treasures for our future kittens. He's even waiting patiently right where Moleby is still working on our nursery, so we know that he's really excited. But the harvest mouse is a perfect little treat for breakfast. We'll go ahead and eat this up right away, because we need the extra energy to replenish our supplies. Penny desperately needs to spend the rest of her day hunting, so why don't we go outside right now and, oh my goodness, try to stumble our way through this awful storm. Oh Mare, I can't even believe that you're standing out here today. You must be feeling awful. We should probably at least see if anybody has any other extra morsels to lend to Penny on her journeys though. The summer festival is happening tomorrow at the Sacred Temple. We hope you'll be able to join us. It begins at 11 o'clock sharp in the morning. Don't worry, Mare, we wouldn't miss it for anything. I'm actually really looking forward to the summer festival because we might find something new to give to the Forest Guardian. Hey Penny, I got you a gift. It's a valerian. I hope you like it. It's all yours. Have a good one, friend. Thank you very much, Ember. We'll take this with us when we try to go up to the mountain domain today. That would actually help us pick up the pace a little bit, because Penny did unfortunately wake up very late. Penny, I'm so glad you stopped by to see me. Shall we spend some time together? Well, I do have a tiny bit of time left over for you. Oh my goodness, and look at that, Sarge is giving us yet another topaz. Oh, that is so sweet. He must actually spend quite a bit of time down in those mines then. Let's go ahead and place this one back inside our den. So we have something extra special to place next to our kittens. Yet another gift from Uncle Sarge to chase away all of their nightmares. Now I don't think we need too many extra herbs today, Doc. Hopefully we won't be getting into too many scraps. I'm sure glad cats like Ember exist. I don't know what I'd do without the readily available supply of herbs for sale over there. You make sure you support those local business cats, you hear? Lots of work they put into what they do. Oh cool, so it sounds like Doc is a regular customer. He probably uses all of the mews that he gathers up from that prey, of course. He usually has quite a bit to offer us. The sky is crying all over me, yuck! I just want to be dry for once. Oh Missy, I'm sorry, just stay dry underneath this tree, okay? We actually want to give Amethyst a little bit of a rest today, so hopefully you wouldn't mind watching after a butterfly. And I think today we'll take our peacekeeper dragonfly, Smokey, with us, deep into the mountain cat territory. We actually have some gifts to offer to Pebble, some of this rock debris which supposedly he really enjoys. So I thought it would be a good idea, since we did take Smokey with us into the Mystic Colony before, to see if maybe he could help put Leo's mind at rest. He doesn't exactly trust us very much, so hopefully this will work. Penny, you are as reliable as the sun that sets each night across the western skies. What can I do for you? Hey Penny, I found this banded darter and immediately thought of you. Here you go, take it with you. Glad to have a friend like you that I can unload my junk on. Oh my gosh, doesn't that sound so familiar? We actually did something very similar a few years ago. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if one of these banded darters is exactly what we stuffed his pockets with. We gave him dragonflies galore, and now it seems like it might be coming back to bite us. We do appreciate the thought, of course. Penny is happy to accept any gift from her forest colony friends. But now, let's go ahead and use Ember's gift. We'll use this lovely valerian so we can move a little bit faster as we try to make our way over to Pebble. That way we know that we'll be able to visit him before it gets too late, but we will still try to scoop up any little morsels that we come across. In fact, I think Penny is going to have to munch on something yet again. Though you guys have mentioned, since we have become master hunters, way up on that mini-map you can see these tiny brown dots. And those are what signify that there's some sort of prey in the area. So it's another good way for us to make sure that we don't scare away those rare animals. But hopefully the extra crow in her belly will make it easier for her to actually pounce on these mice. Oh my goodness, Penny. I mean, sometimes she just does not act like she's a master hunter, even though she has truly filled her entire skill bar. We can't get any better than we currently are. I think we're close to the northern portions of the territory, though. Oh, and that reminds me, we wanted to see if we could maybe unlock the secrets of the walking path as well. And I'm pretty sure that was very, very close to the mountain cat territory itself. So let's scoop up these extra licorice roots. That'll at least help keep us alive, even if we don't end up giving it to Ember later. But yeah, this is the walking trail. So I feel like there has to be some sort of connection to its name. And since that power paw is sitting right on top of the path, we're gonna see if anything happens if we follow this entire thing. Usually the power paws pop up when we hit certain landmarks, like the Weeping Root. We found our first power paw there. We also found some power paws down in the mines as well, which I was very, very happy to see. Once we hit level 50, they gave us a little power paw for our troubles. So we'll have to try to remember that for the future. I bet it'll probably be the same in the other quarries, so it'll be a good way for us to increase our strength. Oh my gosh, that's a blue jay. Oh my gosh, I don't have the study prey ability, but let's be very, very quiet and pounce now. We actually got the blue jay? Oh my goodness, that was one of the only other creatures that we needed for the Forest Guardian, and now we actually have it. Oh, Penny, I take back everything I ever said about you not being a master hunter. Clearly, you have proven yourself today. The body of a bright blue bird. It smells delicious. Oh, Penny, don't get any ideas. I know she loves birds, and that would probably be quite the delicacy. But we need to go deliver that to the Forest Guardian right away. But first, Pebble, since it is getting a little bit late, we want to make sure that we give you your gifts. We found some very interesting little piles of rocks down in the mine, so I really hope you like this. Oh, look at that. He's giving us the biggest smile. Hey, that looks like something I could find a use for. I really appreciate it. Oh, interesting. Maybe he uses this as a decoration in his den? I mean, it would go very, very well with his namesake. In fact, let's see if we can poke around his den somewhere. Is his den down here next to Arthur's? Let's see, who lives here? Oh, this is Jag. The doorway is made of sharp, pointy rocks. It doesn't look very inviting. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it would be very cozy. So where else would he live? Because we know this is Robin's den. We already looked in there before. We know this is Arthur's den with the strange sword next to it. I'm sure this is Delta's too, next to his shop. Oh, but maybe this is Pebble's den. Oh, look at all those colorful rocks. Yeah, this is Pebble's den. The inside is very dusty and is filled with oddly shaped gray and black rocks. Okay, so I guess he does collect, like, interesting stones? I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Let's actually talk to Pebble, too, before we go off for the day. Rain always puts me in a bad mood. I don't like damp fur. Oh, poor Pebble. I hope our gifts brightened your day. And hopefully tomorrow will be much, much brighter as well, because we need some good weather for the summer festival. So I guess we'll want to head home as soon as possible. It might be a bit too long of a trek for us to get to the sacred temple in time. They'll need the entire day to set up after all, so we might end up getting kicked out of the area if we're there when the day ticks over. But even if she can't make it to the sacred temple, she is finding tons and tons of flowers. This entire place is a pretty good place for us to find valerian and lavender too. We actually haven't been using the lavender too much recently, so maybe we should give it a try. We are kind of right in the middle of a mountain cat territory though, so let's go a bit closer to our borders, and we'll see if maybe we can claim another tile with all of the lavender that we've picked up. We'll leave you there, little mouse, but we are going to scoop up this licorice root, and I think we might go ahead and munch on some of the berries yet again that we managed to find. I'm sure Penny is so relieved that she can actually eat real meat now. She's not just limited to all of the berries that Missy loves so much. But let's use this tile to test out our lavender. All of the lavender that we filled inside our pockets. Maybe if we're lucky, we can take over the entire central lake. Yes, there we go, just enough lavender. All right, so we're extending our territory deep into the mountain cat's domain. Excellent. Pretty soon we might even have this entire river under our control, which is all well and good because we only need that catfish now for the forest guardian. I think it would definitely be faster to warp home. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second, there is a bunny here. We have to catch this for Scout and then pick up yet another licorice root, and now we can warp home. Hopefully right before the day takes over to the last day of summer. There we go. And of course, Scout is already curled up fast asleep. But we can just sneak a few more bunnies into his special pile here. There we go. I think he'll be very, very happy when he wakes up. We have to make sure that we're giving him all of those morsels every single day now, especially once our nursery is complete. So let's go ahead and curl up to sleep next to him. That way we'll be nice and well rested to take on the next festival. Today is a summer festival. I should head to the sacred temple and join in on the fun. All right, it looks like Penny woke up pretty early today. Oh my gosh, and our nursery is done? Yes. Oh, look how massive this thing is. Oh my gosh, it is going to take forever for us to decorate this thing. But I am really looking forward to it. Oh, we have to move our gemstones in here right away. We'll just have to probably clear out a little bit of space in our pockets first. There we go. We can maybe line the back wall with these things. Just for now, until we know all of the personalities of our future kittens, of course. We have to wait and see which ones are going to enjoy the most. I would love to maybe personalize each area, assuming that we do have more than one kitten anyway. It would be a little bit sad if we only end up with a single kitten in the litter, but Penny's life has been pretty lucky so far, so I think she has a pretty good chance. Of all the days for Scout to actually not be here too. Oh, and where'd our little dragonfly go? Can he actually not go into the nursery? Oh, that's kind of sad. I would love it if our pets could come up here and meet our kittens. Well, sorry, little guy, but you're going to have a lot of fun today anyway. In fact, let's make sure, as always, that we get the pet parade all ready and set to go. That way, everybody can come with us and join us in the festival. Of course, all of our other cats have already left to do the decorating. Lend Coco a little paw because goodness knows he could use the help. So we might as well spend the extra time just doing a little bit more hunting for ourselves. Now that Penny is feeling invigorated after seeing her brand new nursery, I bet the first thing on her mind would be catching lots and lots of prey for her new kittens. I am curious to see if we'll have to actually give them food. I mean, I know it seems pretty obvious that kittens are going to need food, but I'm curious if we're going to have to sustain them ourselves. And because of that, it would be a good idea just to keep some extra food in our back pockets. We need enough to keep Penny fed, we need enough to keep Scout happy, and it seems like the bunnies are coming out in droves, so I don't think that'll be too hard to do. Where is this little bunny? It must be down there. There it is, right by the stump, hiding behind these things with all the mushrooms. Let's pounce now. There we go, 2 more bunnies in the bag. Unfortunately, we can't offer him any gifts today because he won't be in our den, but that's a good way for us to save up. There's actually a battle taking place here, right in front of the festival. Oh, these mountain cats, they are going to be very, very sorry for messing with the forest colony on the festival day of all days, really. Rocket and Molly must be absolutely shocked. Are you here for backup? They say there were enemies spotted not too long ago around this very spot. Molly, you kind of were just involved in that battle, and Rocket is totally done with this. He doesn't want anything to do with the festival anymore. You can't really blame him, though, because the mountain cats just tried to ambush our colony. I hear there's lots of prey around here. I've come here to hunt nearly every day since last spring. Oh, we know that's true. We always see these toads, and we've actually caught quite a few bunnies around here as well. And that little guy is hopping right off for the festival. Sorry, little guy, but not today. You are our lunch now. We could probably use an extra little bite to eat anyway as we go back to the summer festival once again. A time that's supposed to be all about peace, but for some reason, the mountain domain is not so willing to give up their territory. I mean, I suppose we did just push into theirs, so they were only retaliating. But today, of all day, you guys, maybe we should talk to Leo, in fact. He probably doesn't have anything new to say from last year, but we should see what's going on. I have many important meetings with the other colonies that I must attend to today. Yet he always seems to be thinking about work. I remember that from last time, so that's a very, very interesting development. Robin seems to be staring at him from afar, too. Isn't it nice that we can all come together in peace today? I think every day should be like today. Does she even know what happened? Maybe she's trying to deter Leo in some way from sending all of his reinforcements out for Penny. She's such a peace-loving cat that she must be quite worried by this development. But let's go ahead and talk to Scout 2 before we see what Coco has in his shop. Are you having fun? I'm having a blast. What a great summer it has been. Yeah, we're having a pretty good time too, and wait until you see what Molby has finished. Oh, you are going to be so shocked. Now, unfortunately, because it is the festival, that means Coco has shut the secret little door. But you can understand why. He wants to make sure that none of the other cats that he deems unworthy anyway, know about the Forest Guardian. So what do you have in your shop today? He has the catfish, you guys. A strange fish with long whiskers on its face. Catfish are a rare sight. Yeah, I don't think we've ever actually seen this for ourselves before. So we'll have to try to get our hands on this, because if we can buy this today, that would actually mean that we have everything we need for the Forest Guardian. We would be able to complete this quest. Oh my gosh, well, I'm going to have to try very hard to win all of our turtle races then. Let's go ahead and join in on the games. And hopefully we'll have just as much luck as we did last year. I think, in fact, because we've already experienced the turtle races before, I'll speed through this and try my best to win us a whole bunch of tokens. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. Oh, there we go, guys. That should be it. We should have just the amount of tokens that we need to buy that catfish. With our 3 festival tokens for winning with Mimi. I decided to go with her each and every time because I remember her being very lucky. And look at that. We have the exact amount. Oh, Coco, I am so happy, and I know that you will be too. Because this means I'm pretty sure that we have every last one of the items that you're looking for. So I guess tomorrow we'll have to pay him yet another visit and donate our blue jay and our catfish, and we'll see where he sends us. Where on earth else on this map we could possibly find some secret little temples filled with special jewels for the Forest Guardian. I honestly just can't believe that we were so lucky as to find a blue jay today and to win all of our turtle races. You know, the only other thing I wanted to check though was whether or not we could still give gifts at the festival. Because wouldn't that be like just the best way to get on the good side of all these cats? Oh no, Scout isn't willing to take it. Okay, I was hoping that maybe we could offer up these butterflies to the mountain colony, maybe some of our herbs to the mystic colony, but I guess we'll just stick with catching these very fast butterflies instead. These are actually some of the last ones that we're going to see, so we might as well spend a little bit of extra time just poking around. We found so many adorable, beautiful butterflies this season. The tropical butterfly, the iridescent butterfly, just like our friend Amethyst. And I bet there's even more rare ones for us to discover in the future too. But I think it might be just about time for Penny to consider going home. She has quite the day in store for her tomorrow after all. So let's let her go back to her den. I suppose she could always use the extra time to maybe decorate the place a little bit more too, to surprise Scout for when he finally comes back. Yeah, let's try our hand at decorating. It should be quite a bit easier with all the extra space to really spread out our items so they're not all in big giant clumps. I don't want to do too much right by all of our kittens' beds just yet though, because like I said before, we don't know what their personalities are going to be like, so we don't know what sorts of items they're going to enjoy the most. But I think for a little bit of extra good luck, we're just going to sprinkle some valerian around each and every space. Maybe that'll be enough to get the forest guardian's attention and make sure that we have the maximum amount of kittens that we can have in one litter. Oh, I would love to take a ton of kittens out and about into the world, teach them all the ways of the forest. And if we are truly just about to complete all of the forest guardian's quests, then I bet they would be more than willing to lend us some fortune. But we have to spread our fireflies around here too. That was part of the reason why we wanted to catch so many before the summertime was over. We have to make sure our kittens won't have anything to fear. I know for sure that we have some leftover fireflies waiting outside, because I did my best to catch as many of them as I could, even though we didn't tote them into our den just yet. So maybe we'll spend just a tiny bit of extra time scouting around for fireflies, see if any of them are going to flutter straight into our waiting claws. Oh, it seems kind of empty out here today. Alright, I guess all of the fireflies heard our plans. Oh, except for this one, and this one too, one of the red ones. Oh, we don't even have any of those inside our den because we were saving those for Ember? Wait a second, little guy. There we go. At least we have one red firefly to keep our kittens company. So with that, I think Penny is probably ready to retire for the night. We'll just go ahead and plop this straight into our beautiful nursery, maybe right in the middle, this glowing red light, and then we'll get Penny ready to rest because she has the biggest day ahead of her tomorrow. We have some wonderful gifts to lend to the Forest Guardian, and then we'll see if we can hopefully get our hands on those final 2 jewels too. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!